What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Angel Ghost Girl. I'm your host, Angelica, aka Angel, and this week's video is gonna be Haunted Read Aloud. So if you like videos like this, make sure you comment in the comments below. Definitely comment. And subscribe. Leave some likes. Tell your friends. And right now, we are reading a magazine. The Haunted World's Most Haunted Places, Creepy, Ghostly, and Notorious Spots. And the cover looks like this. Okay. And the back looks like that. Okay. And we're going to read page 41 now. City of the Plundered Dead. The Mummy Museum. So I'm about to get ready to read. Okay. I'm going to read this little tiny section right there. Some of the mummies on display at the Mummy Museum in Mexico. The experience so wounded and terrified me. I could hardly wait to flee Mexico. Author Ray Bradbury wrote after touring the grisly site. I'm going to read this part now. In this world, nothing can be said to be certain except death and taxes. Benjamin Franklin once wrote, and the two were once gruesomely combined in the silver mining town of I can't say the Granja, Mexico. Probably butchered that very big time. Definitely. Between the 1860s and in 1958. Relatives were forced to pay a tax to keep their dead loved ones buried in Santa Paul Lutheran Cemetery. If they couldn't afford the fee, the bodies were removed from the tombs and stored in the ossuary because of the dry, hot climate and the fact that the corpse had been kept in airtight crypts. Some of the unearthed souls had become well-preserved mummies. When curious locals began asking to see the bodies, workers started charging for the questionable privilege, and that was the beginning of Museo del something, which opened its door, and that's probably the name of the museum, I'm guessing, which opened its doors in 1969. The museum showcases more than 100 mummies in climate-controlled glass cases. The gruesome premise, the result of hardening mouth area and slackening jaws. No, they were not buried alive, as some have suggested. There is even a row of babies called Angelitos and Santitos. Don't know if I'm saying that right. If I said something cussing in Spanish just now, don't mind me, I have no clue what I'm saying. Dressed as angels and saints, respectively, the museum also contains what is believed to be the smallest mummy in the world. The remains of a 24-week-old fetus. Wherever dead bodies have been disturbed, you can be pretty sure there will be ghost stories, and this place is no exception. People have reported seeing the apparition of a tall lady and hearing strange whispering sounds and the cries of babies in the building, perhaps trying to justify the display. The museum is careful to say that death is more widely accepted, even celebrated in Mexico, than in many other places. Fair enough, but it's a bit disconcerting to buy sugar skulls and souvenir effigies of mummies in a place where not so long ago impoverished people couldn't even pay to keep their loved ones buried. I don't know if I said that right. Now we're going to skip to the next page. I'm going to be reading all of this. I'm going to read this little section here first, and then we'll get to all this. The ancient Mayan city of Chichen Itza with pyramid, named one of the new 7 wonders of the world in 2007 in the background. The heavens and hell. That's what that says at the top. The heavens and hell. But I guess this is the pyramid right here that I just mentioned. In the so-called Dresden Codex, one of the 4 existing pre-Columbian Mayan manuscripts, you will find divination calendars, descriptions of New Year's ceremonies, and instructions on how to find the local rain god, Chok. Don't know if I'm saying that right. The codex was created sometime between AD 1200 and 1250 by the astronomer priestess who spent dark hours observing the heavens from the observatory in Chichen Itza in Mexico's peninsula. Dubbed El Cocoro, I'm not saying that right. Don't laugh. The snail, the observatory, the observatory is where most hauntings in modern, Chichen, are said to occur. As I strolled down the corridor, I saw a man eyeing me. One tourist is quoted in the International Directory of Haunted Places. He was angry about my being there. I sensed that he was not a priest or astronomer, but rather some kind of assistant. Odd, because the observatory was probably not a place of bloodshed, unlike the Great Ball Court, where a lethal game was played. The leader of the losing team would sacrifice his served skull used on mold the next ball. And recently, the skeletons sacrificed humans, including 2 children, were unearthed from Chichen Itza's Samote to a volcanic hole leading to an underground water source. The cenote may have been considered a portal to Exvolia, the Mayan underworld where Chok lived, a major urban center since AD 750 or so. Chichen probably began to decline in the year 1000, arriving in the 1500s. The Spanish Crusaders destroyed most of the codex, damning them as the devil's books. But thanks to the codex directions to Chok's domains survive, along with perhaps the spirits of ancient astronomers. Where gods are made, where gods are made, or whatever. This is that area, I guess, where God taught it. I'm going to read this up here. Looking down on the street of the dead at the site, with the pyramid of the moon in the distance, the street was named because the structures that flanked it were initially and wrongly thought to be tombs. The areas where the main excavations have taken place. So I guess this is where the archaeologists more or less were. I'm assuming that's what they were. About 30 miles outside Mexico City lies the ruins of pre-Columbian, I'm not saying that word, once one of the largest and most influential cities in the world, built between the 1st and 7th century. No one is sure by whom or why the civilization mostly disappeared after 750, possibly after an all-consuming fire when the Aztecs rediscovered the abandoned spot in the early 14th century. They were stunned by its grandeur, calling it the place where gods are made, or the city of gods. But it was also a city of death, filled with evidence of human and animal sacrifice, clearly marking it as a spot of both brutal and sacred significance. Some of its mysteries are not exactly supernatural. Gold-colored spears were discovered in a hidden tunnel beneath the temple of the feathered serpent in 2013, and liquid mercury that may indicate the preservance of a tomb was found in 2015. But a few visitors claim to have seen ghosts. Others have spotted perhaps invisible, if undocumented, UFOs over the pyramids. Check out the videos on YouTube. Purplish smoky streaks have appeared in photos. Ditto. Go ahead, blame Instagram filters or balloons, but since this place remains mystery, why should its photographs be any different? There's some words in there that don't make sense sometimes. But if you like videos like this, then like and subscribe. Until next time, everybody. Sweet dreams, or shall I say sweet night.